Online, am I audible today? Online, am I audible? Online, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Good. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Fine. Good. Like, nice. I am also good. Thank you. Let's see what we have discussed till yesterday. Okay. Is there anyone who is first today? No, right? First class. Had any idea in the previous? Like you have idea on JavaScript? Yeah, then fine. Okay. So I will just gonna repeat it. It's not a big deal. You can watch the previous classes also. Previous class links will be provided. Now, let's go to the VS Code. We are doing the code in the Visual Studio Code. Now, in the Visual Studio Code, let me open it. File, open folder. I'm opening the folder 730 Angular. In the last week and a half, we are discussed something called TypeScript. It's like the same JavaScript only with added data types. Okay. In future, you will get familiarized. In case if anyone did not get it, also slowly you will understand it. It's not a big deal. Now, Angular uses TypeScript. Angular JS uses JavaScript. Okay. Now, in Angular, we have discussed folder structure. We have discussed how to start the app, how to run the app, how to build the app, and what is data binding, one-way data binding we discussed. We are in starting stage only. Okay. Now I will give you today the topics list, and also you will whatever we did till now are inside this intro.txt, projects.txt, and the data binding.txt. Yesterday we did this only. Okay. Now let's see the yesterday code. Let's go here. When you create a project by default in a project, one component will be created. Component means a smallest building block. It's like you are having your whole UI. You are having your whole UI. Each part it will divide it as one UI. How much small you want, that much small. Each part it will divide it as one component. Each part of UI they will call it as component. Now every component will have four files. What are they? TypeScript file, HTML file, .css file, .spec.ts file. TypeScript file is also called component. In TypeScript file only you will write logic, you will write some business logic or something, same like JavaScript. In HTML file you will write the view or model or something. In CSS file you will write styling. By default all are connected. And spec.cs files always spec files are used for testing. Okay. Now, yesterday what we discussed is how do we send the data from TypeScript to HTML and HTML to TypeScript. I'm gonna run this file one more time. Go to new terminal. Terminal. I am inside the 730 Angular. Now go inside the which folder I am having code. First go inside the Angular folder. Let me go inside the command prompt. Clear. Go inside the Angular folder. Go inside the code folder. Go inside the data binding folder. And then we'll start, sir. Data binding. Now let's start here. ng serve dash o. This is how you will run Angular application. In data binding folder, already Angular application is there. If you want to run the Angular application, you will use ng serve dash o. What is ng? Angular. ng means Angular. First, you have to install in your system Angular. Once you install, automatically ng will come. Okay. The installation procedures and all are there already. Now go here. In the meanwhile, I will update the previous links, ma. This is what the application we did, which I will do it again. Don't worry. Now, quickly, I will show you. Now, see this file. I am running data binding, na? And when you are running data binding, you are getting this, na? How you are getting it, sir? Where did you write this? Go here. Go to data binding. In data binding, you are having so many files. Can you see here one file called src? In src, can you see index.html? This is the main HTML. Can you see main.ts? This is the main TS. Can you see styles.css? This is the main CSS file. These are the main things. Okay. But we don't touch them. Why? Because we don't go with the main things. These main things are divided as components. Okay. Each part will be divided into one component. Now this main HTML is connected to the app component. Now you will go here app. Inside the app component, you can see here, inside the app component, you can see here, one routing module is there, one component.css is there, component.html is there, component.spec.ts is there, and the component.ts is there. Total 4 files are there. And also, you are having it here. You are, sir, already links are sent it in the online also. Now, the links are already sent it in the online. Again, I'm sending it. Now they go. And the app.module. module. Sir, what are these modules? Modules are like the, like the ones who manage these components. When you are having 10, 20 components, someone has to monitor how many components are there. Each component, when it is running monitor, that one is managed from the modules. Okay. The module is the main one, which will take care of all. Now, we will come to the module stop chapter also, don't worry. But till then, just remember in that way. Now, go here. Now, inside this data binding, I went to app. I went to here. Now, open here 3 files. HTML. No need of 3 files also, but CSS, TypeScript. These 3 are enough. Now, did I open any another file, sir? No. I go inside the src. I go inside the OPP. Again, where I'm going. Inside the src, inside the OPP, I open HTML, TypeScript, and CSS. Which HTML you opened? app.component.html. That means this is the HTML file for component name app. app.component.css. That means this is a CSS file for the component app.component.ts. That means this is the TS file for the component app. Any doubts? No. And also in TS, if you check it, in this TS file, if you check it, they all are connected. Okay? HTML and CSS file are connected to TS file. In your normal HTML journey, how you will do, HTML file, you will write CSS and JavaScript. Right? But here you will write reverse. In TS file, you will write it HTML and CSS. connect them. See, in CS file already HTML and CSS are there, na? That means all three files are connected. You don't need to worry about them. Okay. Now tell me which file is responsible for view? HTML. Which file is responsible for view? HTML. Now you know what I will do. I will go to HTML, sir. I will go to HTML, sir. I will just delete everything, sir. And you see down my file is running already. In terminal, my file is running already. Why terminal my file is running here? Because I write it ng serve already. Now everything I deleted, na, if I see output, what will be there? Blank screen. Right or not? Did I delete any CSS? No. Did I delete any Java TypeScript? No. But still, what is responsible for view? HTML. If HTML is not there, whatever logic is there, placed. Now go here. Blank screen. So HTML files also called template or view. Template or view. This is the basic HTML. कुछ नहीं होता. Any doubts? कुछ doubts है इधर? No. Now go here. TypeScript. Now inside the TypeScript, inside this class, so many things are there. Let me delete all of them. Don't worry, sir. I'm gonna do it in quickly. Yesterday I did it slowly, but still I will do it quickly. We will do two-way data mining also. Anything is there in TypeScript one now? TypeScript also blank screen. CSS also I will make it blank screen. Now all are empty. Obviously your output is also empty. Any doubt here? Let's start from blank screen. Now go here. Let's write it here. Hello. My name is Prasad. If I write it, what it will print on the screen? My name is Prasad, which is a H1 tag. You all know H1 tag, which is a heading one. But I don't want Prasad value. Imagine I will get dynamically one value from some API. Some API or something dynamically one value will be there. That value I want to print. Okay. Prasad or whatever it is, but dynamic value. Something TypeScript will tell, JavaScript will tell you. Okay. That kind of value if I want to print. Means go here. If I do the static data, Prasad, this is fine. Everyone knows it. But if I go here, if I go to TypeScript, if I write it here, something like name equals to something like Suresh. Now I want to print my name is Suresh. How do I do that? That means some data is there. That means some data is there in TypeScript. That means some data is there in TypeScript. That data I want it in HTML. Right or not? You have a data in TypeScript, but you want the data in HTML. Transferring of data from TypeScript to HTML or HTML to TypeScript is called data binding. What it is called? Data binding. Data binding can be done two ways. One way or two way. One way बोले तो TypeScript will give to JavaScript or JavaScript will give to TypeScript. Now, पहला TypeScript gives to JavaScript. Okay. Sir, if anyone's first class also, you will understand, ma. Just focus on it a bit. Okay. Now, online, I'm saying it. Need to know how to run the program and folders you are showing inbuilt. Slowly, we will get. Slowly, we will get it. I will only create. Now, he is saying it like I have to define data type. Actually, by default, data types will come. But I will show you. Name, string. This is how you will get data types. Normally in JavaScript, there is no data type, na? But in TypeScript, you will give data types like name must be string only kind of one. Okay. Now, name is a Suresh sir. Now, can I print that Suresh here? How do I print? Write it here, double brace, name. People whose first class is just understand how one-way data binding or two-way data binding working. Okay. I will show you. Again, I will create one more file today. Again, I will run one more file today. Again, I will upload one more file today. I will do that. Don't worry. Okay. Still have any doubts? Now, okay, everyone see this. Now, even the people whose first class is try it. Price 25. Now, print it. The cost of apple is 25. How to print the cost of the apple is 25? The cost of apple is, how to print the 25, sir? Double braces, price. Simple. You can see that actually. See? It is printing the actual value. It is not printing the double braces something kind of one. What if, sir? Go here. Price value nahi hai idhar. Now see the error. Now it will show some error. Property price does not exist on type something. Okay. So you should give the value because it will always like to take it. This is one type of one-way data binding. There are so many types. This is one type of one-way data binding. Okay. Now this is called string interpolation. This is called string interpolation. String interpolation. String interpolation will transfer data from TypeScript to. Sir, TypeScript file is also called component file. What it is called? Component file. Okay. To HTML. HTML files also called template files. What are they called? Template files. So component to template. Sometimes I will say like that. Sometimes I will say like this. Don't get confused. Template bole to HTML, component bole to TypeScript. Now template file, sorry, component file to template. TypeScript to HTML, you are getting data. Okay, that is string interpolation. Now Harshad, you are saying it injecting the values. No, don't use that word inject because there is something called injection here. In Angular, we will have some kind of injection is there. We will discuss later. Okay, dependency injections are there. We are not injecting the value. We are just transferring the values. Actually, we are just, here the values are there. This guy is just using it. Simple. Now next. 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 Nitish is saying it like it will transform to string, but yesterday you showed it the sum of the values. See, when you are giving properties, it will take it as a string. When you are giving properties, it will take it as a string. But when you are giving it numbers, it won't. Okay. So here, string interpolation, understand this logic, ma. Understand this string interpolation ka logic. When you are giving this logic, string interpolation always interprets values as strings. Now, if I give here price na, Now, price is 25. If I do price asterisk 4, it will be 25 into 4, which is 100. It will print normally. But imagine, just in a case, you want to try something like this. It won't work now. Okay. But if you are trying it, in case if there is a possibility that it will work after the pollution you are multiplying it, then it will be considered as a string. Okay. So basically, when out of the braces, whatever the value it comes, that comes as a string. I take it here one button. Yesterday I gave this example and I'm giving it again. This button is having something called click me. Now, if I give it here something called disabled equals to true. Naresh is asking a question, export class component, how it is connected with HTML. If you go to this component, see, this component file is connected to app.component.html. That's what I told earlier also. TypeScript is connected to HTML and CSS. Don't get confused in that simple things. Okay. Now, now come back to here. Now see this output. Button, I said disabled true. Then what will become the button? Button will become disabled, na? If I say true, button will become disabled. Any doubts here? No. Go here. See here. The button is disabled. What if I say here false? Enable. Obviously, na? See. Now disabled is false. So what the button will become? Enabled. That means you can able to click the button. Huh? String, na? Sorry. Disabled equals to false. This is perfect. Now see, disable equals to false. What the hell? It should be true, false. See here. Is it getting false? No. But it has to get the false. Now that means when someone will say it like dynamically, some buttons will be there. For some users, only some buttons will come. Like for example, you go to some kind of dynamic routing. Students cannot edit some kind of data. Students cannot attend, change their attendance data. Students cannot edit their fees data. Admin can edit. Or the teachers can edit their attendance data or marks data. Students cannot edit their marks data. Some kind of data will be accessible to only one person. Some data is not accessible to one person. If you log in as employee, that button will be disabled. When you log in as a manager, that button should be enabled. You got my point, sir? That kind of feature you want to implement. That means dynamically you want one button to enable or disable, which is not getting possible directly. Then how do you do that? Sir, can I achieve it using string interpolation? No, you can't. Now this is what will happen. If you give it here, any kind of data here, string, it won't work. Instead, give here some kind of data. Now I am giving it is disabled, which is equals to true. If I give it here using property binding, this, now give here value is disabled. Now, what is the value of is disabled, sir? What is the value of is disabled? True. Now disabled will become true. That is right. Now, When I go here, is disabled become false. Now disabled will become false. So that the button will become enable. Go here. Now let me keep them side by side. See here. Now this is your HTML file, right or not? See your HTML and side by side you can able to see, right? Now I am going to TypeScript, sir. If I go TypeScript, in TypeScript, if I change this true, now button is getting it disabled. If I change this false, button is getting it enabled. Where you are writing this true or false, which file you are writing? TypeScript component, perfect. But where this button is there? HTML template. That means data is transferring from TypeScript to HTML. This is also called data binding only. This is called property binding. What it is called? Property binding. Okay. Now, Aki is asking a question. Why directly give value of disabled equals to false or true? It is disabled, sir, in HTML component. Because in both the ways, it is taking it as string only. Even though you gave directly, it is taking it as string. Okay. It shouldn't take it like that. By default, whenever normal HTML, if you give it like disabled, that's basically you take it as disabled or true. Okay. Now, if you don't want any button to be disabled, normally in HTML you don't give that disabled only. Then automatically it will be enabled. For that you have to follow this procedure. Okay. Now next. This is called property binding. Whenever you are giving some properties, you will write this. Okay. Now let's go here. Where we can use it, dynamically some values. If I wanna give, imagine I have one div. That div is having some kind of div is there. That div I am having it some kind of hello string. Now I go to the CSS. In CSS, I will say div is some kind of height 400 pixel, width 400 pixel, border radius, a border 1 pixel, solid black. Just to show you the div I am doing it, Ray. Okay. Now, okay, one box is there. Let's make it chota. 200. Now, see what I'm going to do. I just put one button, put one div. Now I will put one button, sir, here. Button. Online, this site can't be reached. Localhost is refused to connect. That's a connection error, Ray. It's a clearly a connection error. Cut it and again run it. Now, click me to. I am clearing it again. Now, if someone click on this button, I wanted to do something here. Whenever someone click on the button, I wanted to do something. That means, sir, where you are clicking the button, which file you are clicking the button, HTML. But which file you want to run something, function means, which file functions you will write? TypeScript. That means you are going from HTML to TypeScript now? Right or not? Earlier 2 times you came from TypeScript to HTML. One is string interpolation, one is property binding. This time you are going from HTML to TypeScript. That is called event binding. What it is called? This is so simple, sir, event binding. Write it here. Click. What is this click, sir? On click event. Click will give on click event equals to, I will write one function Don't worry about error. Error will be solved. Here I will write one function, sir. Function name fun. Sir, you can put any name, sir. Function name. Now, for the people who don't know, you can give some kind of alert. Do you know in JavaScript one function is there, alert, which will give you alert. Now I wrote one alert, sir. Go here and I will say fun. Any guess what will happen? If I click on this button, what will happen? An alert will come with hi, simple. कुछ डाउट है इधर? नो? तो देखो अभी हम क्या करेंगे? Now here this hello is there na? This hello is there na? This hello I will do like hello. I'm giving one property called class. I'm giving one property called class. I'm giving one property called class. In this class, I'm giving it like my class x colon y. X colon y. Now, what is this my class? Something like true initially. I take one variable, my class, which is initially true, sir. Now go here, see it. If understand it clearly, ma. Okay. Now, if my class is true, what is the class name that div is having? If my class is true, what is the class name div is having? अरे it's a ternary operator रे देखो तो ये true है तो क्या होता x false है तो y so if my class is true automatically x value will become class. If my class is false y will become class. So I will go here, I will write it in fun function. I will say, I will just check if is my class is true. This dot my class, you will check it. If it is true, what you will do? I will change it this dot my class into false. What if it is not true? I will change it into true. Are you getting my point, sir? Sir, what you will get, sir? Nothing. One time this class will become X, one time this class will become Y. Now, if you want to see the output, sir, if you see the output, what will happen now is right click, inspect. Now, what is the class name it is having it? I will show you. Dekho, your whole thing is an app component. Inside the app component, now you are having one div. What is the class name of div by default? Dekho, what is the class name? Whenever I click on this button, it is going to TypeScript and it is checking it like that my class is true or false. So true because that X true. So it will become false. So if false, so what is the X value will, what is the class value will become? Can you see that it is changing? Is any other part of the code is changing? This is not possible in a normal HTML and CSS. Normal HTML and JavaScript, it's not possible. Only one certain part of the code it is changing it. See? Remaining all seeing constant only. Only dynamically it's changing it. Remaining all are constant. This kind of smooth effects Angular or React only will give. See how much easy it is. Sir, what is the advantage, sir? Let's give some different colors in CSS. X बोले तो one color, Y बोले तो another color. Why color? I will make it export litho display none. Export litho display none. Or export litho display block. Y बोले तो display none. Simple. Now go here. Whenever it became Y, what will happen? गायब हो गया. See? Actually, the element is there. You can see it here. See? The element is there. But can you see on the screen? No. No user will inspect and see, na? Automatically. Now, if I click on it again, what will happen? It will come, na? Because class value is changing, na? Are you getting my point? This will explain you a nice quality of event binding. There are three ways you can achieve one-way data binding. One is called string interpolation. Another one is called property binding. Third one is called event binding. What it is called? Event binding. Now, two-way data binding is just a 10 minutes topic. I will just show you the two-way data binding, and I will push the whole thing into the Netlify one more time. From starting, how to start Angular application onwards, we will do one more application today, and I will give you the task as usual. Okay. Now, even for the people who's first can watch it now onwards. Now, someone is saying it like, sir, used below code, no power whenever alert fun capital fun 2 is disabled. Okay, it will not come pop over only, Mahesh, because you used on click. Who told you to put on click? In HTML, you will put it here, click. This is how you will pass the event. You should not write on click. On click is say normal HTML, but in Angular, you will write it click like this. That's why you did not get it. Okay, now in yesterday code also I did not put on click. I put this only. Now let's go here. Let's start here. CD dot dot. Now everyone dekho. Let me close all files. Now which folder I am in? Code folder. Wherever folder you wanna create it files, understand this, slowly do it from starting. Wherever folder you are in, wherever the folder you want it. I want it inside the code folder. Inside the code folder, create it, sir. Inside the code folder. How to create Angular application? Everyone, tell me the command. ng new app name. You will give one app name. App name, I will give it like two-way. Dash dash standalone equals to false. Dash dash standalone equals to false. Sir, how these commands are back after reloading on browser? For me, PowerShell once render the browser commands won't show. And browser commands won't show. You have to press Control C there or close that completely. Close it and open. Simple. Go here. Enter. Simple. Now, which one to select? CSS. Which one to select? CSS. Now, select it here. Yes or no? No. Yes or no? No. Ho gaya. It will only install. So, in Angular, nothing is like by default will come. So automatically you have to write this code. If you write this, automatically ng new application, all files will be coming automatically. You don't need to write it. Whole architecture will come. Only you will change that HTML file only. In future, we will change it more and more. But in starting, we will change only HTML. Okay. Now. Let it get installed. If anyone offline also wants to do it, like you can open your system and do it, sir. Someone is getting an error. Harika, you are getting that error because you are using it PowerShell, ma. Use it command prompt. Okay. Now, okay, clear. Now see this. Inside the Angular, inside the code, one more folder is created two-way. It's not there earlier. Now go here, go inside two-way, CD, two-way. Now I am inside two-way na. Now, ng serve dash o. What will happen ng serve dash o? Serve the application, run the application. Now automatically it will say yes or no, yes. Now it will run the application in the screen. Now you can see this is the default application will come. Now how can I edit this default application? Go to two-way, go to SRC, go to APP, go to which one to go? HTML. And now HTML code is there, na? Now I'll just click Ctrl A, C. Any doubts? Any doubts here? Is it clear, ma? Now, how to switch from PowerShell to command prompt? Click here, arrow, you will get it so many things. You can go from anywhere to anywhere. Okay. Now, okay. Now, I hope no doubt, sir. Are everyone clear till now, sir? Now, see the most interesting part. Most interesting part. I write it here one input, sir. First, I will try one-way data binding. It's so complex. People who knows JavaScript will easily understand. If I write it here, let me write it here one-way data binding. And here I am writing it input. So our project is so simple, sir. I will enter something in the input box and TypeScript should take it and print it on the screen. I will enter something, TypeScript should take it and print it on the screen. Any doubts here? No. So how it will do in one-way data binding? How it will do it in one-way data binding? It will say any event, na? So I am using an event called on input. You know, on input, there is on input is there, on change is there. You know, on change at least. You can use on input or on change. Kuch nahi hota. Like for example, if I use on change. On change. It will call one function fun1. Where is this function fun1, sir? You have to write it, sir. If you don't write it, how it will come? Go to TypeScript. Write it here. Name. Initially, name value is empty. And fun1. Now देखो. I am writing it completely empty, sir. See this. You write it one HTML in this type change value, event change value, calling fun1. And it will call this fun1. Did I write anything in the fun1? Did I write anything, ma? No. And you can pass the event here. You can pass the event. Dollar event bole to it will pass the event values. Event, it will take it the E of type any console.log. Does anyone here know what is event? In JavaScript, you will write e.target.value, e.prevent default. Did you remember? तो वो है e बोले तो event. You can pass event by default. You don't need to write anything for that. Now here what is the event? Can anyone tell me? Here what is the event? Anyone tell me? Huh? Change is the event. Change is the event. Change event only you are triggering na? What is there right to complex? You can see there clearly. तो क्या है event उधर? Change. On change हो रहा है उधर. On change होने के बाद, like देखो, imagine one input box is there. You did not write anything. कुछ होता उधर? No ना? Will anything happen na? No. Only if you change something value it will happen. Button on click you wrote it, but you did not click it. Will anything happen? No. Because click is the event, eh? Okay. Don't be too normal. Like think about it. Very simple. Event change. Now, if I go here, event dot target. Which element it is targeting? Input element it is targeting. What element it is targeting? Input element. If I say e dot target dot value, then it will print its value. This is how every JavaScript will do. If you don't know JavaScript, I'm telling it. In JavaScript, if you call any function, automatically, if you are calling it by event, it will pass its value by e dot target dot value. E bole to event, target bole to which element event is applying. Change is applying to which element, sir? Input element. That is the target. E dot target bole to input. और input का value क्या है? Also what it will print. Whatever you give only value. Now let's go. Let's see what it will print on the console. I am doing it one by one. Dekho. Here I type it here something. Now see that value only it is printing. So I will give it here, sir. Whenever this thing happens, I will print this dot name equals to e dot target dot value. So what you are doing, sir? Very simple, sir. You are having something name array which is empty, and you are having one input box. Whenever someone entering the details, you are taking this input box detail and you are giving it in this name. You are giving into this name. Now name will have that na. Imagine I type in that box Prasad. What will happen automatically? Name value Prasad. Are you understanding, ma? It's a simple topic. Now, if I print it here, H2, my name is name. What is the name value? What is the original name value? Empty string. What is the original name value? Empty string. But sir, if you write it something in this input box, imagine if you write something in this input box, automatically it will call change method. Change method will call this fun method. This fun method will pass this event, which is change. It will go here, fun method. And in this method, it will take target dot value. That means whatever you type it in that input box, and whatever you type it in that box, it will print it in name. So it will print image too. So automatically it will happen. Now go here. Now if I write it here, Prasad. My name is Prasad. Did I use any two-way data binding here? No. Did I use any two-way data binding here? No. Here two one-way data binding is there. Dekho. Here to send the data from HTML to TypeScript, you used to send data from HTML to TypeScript, you used event binding. To get the data from TypeScript to HTML, you use string interpolation. You use two one-way data bindings. This is not two-way. Like I am sending you message and you are sending me a message. Open one way only na? I am sending message to you. You are sending message to me. Both two one ways. That's not two way. Two way बोले तो क्या sir? Both should send at a time sir. Both should work at a time sir. Like phone call. Both will call. Both will talk at a time. Now, Aki is again asking the same question. What is dollar event? Dollar event will pass the event. Here change is the event. Change is the event. This thing is available even in your JavaScript. Dollar event बोले तो how do you pass the value from HTML to TypeScript? You will pass this by event only. Okay. Input values you will pass it by events. Like form is there, Ray. You all did in your JavaScript forms. Whenever you click on submit button, immediately the form will be submitted. How do you prevent the form from submitting? How will you prevent a form from submitting? Prevent the default you will use now. You will use prevent the default now. Did you guys completed JavaScript ma? Note it down, whatever you don't know in the JavaScript, note it down those things. For example, if this dollar event new for you, write it this e.target.value kya hai? Note it down so that at home you can do on your own research. Okay. Now, okay, chhod do. Now, let's do actual two-way data binding. Why you told this one-way data binding, sir? Because I thought it like it will be easy for you to show you both. If you get confused with this one-way data binding, ye chhod do. Already you understand one-way data binding, na? That is enough. If you confuse with this dollar, ye chhod do. Understand two-way data binding. Two-way data binding. That means automatically it should come. Okay. For this, write it here, input box. And here, one-way data binding, if you wanted data from TypeScript to HTML, you will use square brackets property. Or HTML to TypeScript, you will use parenthesis event. But this one will use both. Will use both. This is called NG model. What it is? NG model. NG model is used, sir. Now let's take it here, some kind of element. Two-way, INP, you can put any name, empty string. Now I'll write it here equals to two-way, INP. It will say error, don't worry. H2. My name is two-way, INP. My name is two-way, INP. Now, NG model means we know now. What do you know? What does it mean by NG model, Harshad? Okay. Dekho, today class understands only this much. Whatever we discussed till now, delete karo, control delete. If you did not get it, if you get it, happy. Because I don't want to confuse you more. NG model bole to, it is one of the directive name. NG bole to Angular, that I know. ng model is one directive. That is by default is there. You don't need to worry. By default, two-way data binding, by default, two-way data binding is defined by one directive. What is directive we will discuss later. Defined by one directive, a default function you can think of a default directive that is named as ng model. G model. Now, sir, imagine you are using some default function. You need to import its package or something now. Similarly, for this ng model, you need to import one module. For this ng model, you have to import one module. Now, everyone see this procedure. Go here, go to app.module file, go to app.module file, main guy. Now, this guy, you have to mention here forms module. There is one more module called forms. Okay, this one is not loading. I will import forms module first. See, import forms module. Import forms module. I will write from @angular /forms forms module and declare it in imports. Write it in imports forms module. That's it, sir. Now no errors. If you write it like that, no errors. It will automatically work. Control C, again run. Now see the output, my everyone. Online, see the output. See the two-way data binding output. See the two-way data binding output. Now, this data is printing now. Second data. Dekho. Second data, two-way IND. From where this two-way INP is coming? From where this two-way INP is coming, ma? अरे देखो that the two-way NP is there, na? Where did I declare two-way NP? Re? TypeScript. I declare two-way NP in TypeScript, na? When you are writing an ng model, what this ng model is doing, whenever you are writing an input, it is going into TypeScript and it is giving into, this two-way INP. Automatically, the two-way INP you are taking and you are getting the new value. The moment you are changing, it is going to back and it is changing and coming back. So you are talking immediately, you are getting response. This is called two-way data binding. What it is called? Two-way data binding. Okay. To and fro, both will be done. Someone is saying it like ng model tell as class. No. ng model is not a class. ng model is a directive. Okay. That is by default will be there. If you wanna use ng model, you have to go to module file and you have to import forms module. You have to write it import forms module here, forms module, angular forms, and then only this will work. Then only this will work. What is? App module is the one I told you now. Everything regarding components or everything regarding how many components are there, how many files are there, one guy will maintain all of them. That is called app module. You have to mention in app module all the things, whatever happening here. It's like the main big boss, like the controller of all. Okay. Now, and how you will find it out? No, it's by default. ng model by default is in their forms module. It will not change. It's like which programming language you know, like .NET C sharps. In that C sharp, you will have packages. Imagine you are using one function from that package. You have to import that package. How do you know that that function is in that package? बोले तो ये library function है, default है वो, right? Imagine you are taking it like random, round. ये math function है वो. You have to go with the math function only. Then how do you know that round is in math? It is in math, simple. Because we are not defining it, it's already defined. Similarly, one value is defined automatically, that is called ng model, and it is inside the forms module. If you are giving it a new thing, you will give your own modules. Okay, but here it's already there. No, Angular will not give you by default type this. Import TypeScript. Ah. Component from why we can't take it is here components are depending on the module. Now see, all components are like the employees. Now they are like anyway manager will take care of this all things, who will take and all. But in Angular 17 and 18, components will become standalone. At that time they will only take. That's why we put the standalone false. Okay. In Angular 17 and 18, what they will do, imagine 10 components there. One component want ng model, another component don't want ng model. Why to give it an app module? One component will take it to another component, don't take it. Each component individual, standalone components they are. But we are not doing it, that's it. Here also you can take it. But that is a 17 and 18 structure. 16 you can't take it. This structure you can't take it. Now. Okay. Now. Is it clear till now, ma? We will remove the here it will not work. Go here. You have to add it in this imports. You have to write it here. Go here, imports. You have to write it here. And you have to import this imports. And this is not a proper structure also. If you do this, go here. Where is this TypeScript? Now, app components. Can you read it here? The one they are saying it. Imports is only valid on a component that is standalone. Okay. But are we having standalone? No. We starting only said it standalone false. Now because standalone is false, someone is guiding us. That guy is module. When you give it standalone, module guy will not be there. Okay. So don't get confused. Whatever I did it online now. Okay, this is just for a simple request. Now go back. Now after doing this all, sir, what we have to do, listen, after doing this all, now code is coming now. Now last step, how to give this code dynamic link. How to give this code dynamic link. Last but not least, go here, Control C. Now, Control C will end the thing and then write it here, everyone. See, I am inside two-way folder. Write it here, ng space build. Ng space build. Build will make it like production application. Now my application is ready. Everything I did now, I wanted this much only. Now, if you write it ng build, left side, one application, one file will be created. One dist folder is created. Can you see? Inside the dist folder, inside the two-way folder, one browser folder created. In this browser folder, you will have all the code ma, HTML, CSS and all. Now you go here, go to Netlify, add new site, deploy manually. Again, go to website like Netlify, click here, add new site, deploy manually, browse to upload, desktop. I am selecting whatever the file it is. 730 Angular code, two-way, dist, two-way, browser. Now everything inside the browser I am uploading it. How did I get that browser? ng build. Then automatically you will get this mark. Okay. Now your file is ready. If you see site configuration, if you go in this link, your application will come, live link. This link you can give it to anyone, anywhere. If you want to change the link also, you can change it, sir. Go down, change site name, ANG2. Already it is there, ANG. If anyone type this link, automatically my page will come. Are you getting my point, sir? Now, sir, tomorrow Sunday is there. Everyone I'm telling you, at one point you may miss the Chota topic. See, if you see it in YouTube also, whatever I teach in these 2 days, actually 5 minutes topic it is. Data binding in Angular, it's a 5 minutes or 10 minutes topic. Because it's very simple actually to say. Okay. Because I have to explain all the people and I have to go with all the people's doubts, it will take time for me. You guys, if you sit alone and think it for 10 to 15 minutes, you will get it one task. Uploading in Netlify also will not take much time for you. Now, my point is so simple. I will give you one task, complete that task by Monday, and Monday give me the link. If you complete everyday task for 30 days, you will get the Angular 100%. I will guarantee that. But later, if you are not practicing and after some 5 days, if you are not getting anything, don't blame me. I'm telling it. So every day complexity increases. We are in starting stage. You did not practice, then you did not practice, then you did not practice. After 5 days, if you want to practice also, it will be already too much for you. You can't eat everything one day. So tomorrow is Sunday. So please practice. I will give you the, task now. Listen to the task very carefully. This is one big page, ma. This is one big page here. Okay. Now, write it here. One movie name. Here, I will write it here. One movie name. You can put it anything. Not only movie name, like book name or whatever it is, but I am selecting it the movie name. Here I will write it one movie name. Where one movie URL. Where here. One movie URL. Movie URL. And here one button. Send or create. Imagine I enter RRR in the movie name. I gave the RRR poster link. I initially screen is normal. I gave RRR name. I enter RRR movie link, image link. I will give image link only. Image link. And I click here. create. Automatically, I want one box which will have triple R image and triple R name. Movie image, movie name. And it will happen after click. This will happen after click. After you click on it, it will happen. This is the task. I will update the notes in the GitHub. You can check it on. Okay. For the people who don't know, my GitHub is prasad-bigdp/730ang. Okay. You can check it in my username also. In that you will get it, sir. Someone is saying like, what is the input for movie URL field? That is the input field, right? Input field it is. Input type you can type URL or type text or whatever you like it, your wish. Movie URL will have movie. No, movie URL will have image. Movie URL will have image only. It's not movie ka URL. It's not video or something. It's not YouTube video or something. It's a image URL actually. I'm sorry. It's a image URL. Okay. Any doubts, ma? No. That's it for today. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah. Bye bye.